Every week I slide in, break it down just right. Talking boats with the passion that I bring to the mic. From the big time plays to the moments we grind. You know I'm keeping it honest, that real talk every time. I've been watching this team since way back then, and now I'm riding with my people through the losses and wins. When you pull up to the show, you know what you gon' get. 4630 in the building, Chargers fan represent.
Chargers talk 4630, yeah, we break it down clean. Real fans, real talk, everything in between. From the field to the fans, every moment we see. Turn it up, tune in, it's the place to be. Chargers talk, Chargers talk, Chargers talk, Chargers talk, Chargers talk. Yeah, let's ride. Check out Stacy on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. And also don't forget about BoCap immediately following each Chargers game.
Good morning, everyone. This is Stacy, and welcome to Chargers Talk 4630. Listen, if you haven't already, please do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe so you can continue to get this content. We truly appreciate you listening, whether you're right here on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. We are on all digital platforms, and the support never goes unnoticed. Now, I spoke briefly yesterday about the big victory by the Chargers over the Kansas City Chiefs, not just beating them, right, but sweeping them. I did say yesterday that we moved on to talk about the Dallas Cowboys, and we will. That's coming later this week, and I'm still watching the film on NFL All Access so I can give you a proper breakdown, right? But right now, there are a few things I need to talk about when it comes to these Chargers because I feel like the national media refuses to give this team any respect. Every time the Chargers win, it's always about what the other team didn't do, not what the Chargers did do. So let's be clear. The Chargers beat the Eagles, the Steelers, the Chiefs twice, and the Broncos. Those teams didn't just wake up and lose. Those Chargers had a lot to do with why those teams didn't look so good. There are no excuses. People want to talk about injuries. The Chiefs were missing tackles. Yes, the Chargers have been missing their tackles since week 3. So miss me with the would've, could've, should've. And at the end of the day, there's a winner and there's a loser. And that's it. This is a Chargers podcast, and I'm going to give the Chargers the respect they deserve, especially because anyone who's been listening to this podcast for the last 3 years knows I wasn't always doing that. When Brandon Staley was here, I was furious, I was yelling, I was frustrated with the organization, with the lack of accountability, with recycling of young coaches, and with not putting a winning product on the field for the fans. But now they brought in Jim Harbaugh, and I'm here to give them their flowers, all of them. The respect they're not getting nationally, they're getting it right here on Chargers Talk 4630. So let's get into it. The Chiefs officially have been eliminated from playoff contention after that 16-13 loss to the Chargers. Again, prayers up for Patrick Mahomes after tearing his ACL and is now out for the season. This marks the first time in over a decade, 11 seasons, that Kansas City will miss the postseason. Meanwhile, the Chargers have been decimated by injuries. Justin Herbert is playing with a broken bone in his left hand, but that didn't stop him from leading this team to a massive road victory. The Chargers are now 10-4, still very much alive in the division race, chasing a Broncos team that's won 11 straight games. This was also the first time the Chiefs have been swept by a division opponent in forever, right? And the Chargers did it. Remember, the Chargers even gave up a home game to play in Brazil earlier this season. They won that one. And now they go into Arrowhead, get the win, knock the Chiefs out of the playoffs, and end Patrick Mahomes' season. Now it's Gardner Minshew the rest of the way for the Kansas City Chiefs. And at this point, the only thing interesting about that Christmas night game between the Broncos and the Chiefs is the possibility that Denver could clinch the number 1 seed depending on what happens when they face the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, that Jaguars game is the one to watch. If the Broncos would lose a game, it's got to be that one against the Jaguars because they will probably beat the Chiefs that has no Pat Mahomes, and a lot of players got hurt in that Chargers game. So if the Jaguars don't upset them, they more than likely will clinch on Christmas night against the Chiefs. The Chargers are watching all this play out in real time. They got the Cowboys on the road, then they got the Texans at home, and then they finished the season in Denver. So there's a lot of moving parts here. If Denver keeps winning, the Chargers will be looking at the top wild card seed. If Denver drops one, that door cracks back open. And considering that this Chargers team had 12 different offensive line combinations in 13 games, what they're doing right now is nothing short of impressive. Ending the playoff reign of Andy Reid and the Chiefs on the road is a massive statement. And if you're a Chiefs fan, sure, you're thankful for the run. You got 3 Super Bowls with Mahomes, but you're still disappointed with how this season ended. Now let's talk about this Charger defense for a little bit. They were lights out. Scoreless on 4 second-half drives, 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter, one by Henley and the game clincher by Derwin James. So that defense deserves a ton of credit. This episode of Chargers Talk 4630 is brought to you by Zeolife, the exclusive patented superfood changing the way people fuel their bodies. Now listen, if you're looking for a game-changing way to improve your health, Zeolife is the world's most nutrient-dense whole plant. We're talking over 50% plant protein, essential amino acids, fiber, and powerful antioxidants, all in one natural source. Just 1 teaspoon a day supports your gut, boosts your energy, and promotes healthier skin and hair. And the best part, people everywhere are giving it a 5-star review because it works. So if you're ready to feel the difference, head over to zevo.life and start your journey with their 30-day risk-free guarantee. And because you're a loyal listener of this podcast, you get an exclusive 30% discount. Just use my code ChargeTalk4630 at checkout. That's without the R. That's ChargeTalk4630. Take control of your health today with Zeolife. Your body will thank you. Jim Harbaugh has now led this team to 2 consecutive 10-win seasons and back into the playoff picture again. Give that man his credit. Give him his due. Anyone who's been listening to this podcast knows, despite the injuries, despite the struggles, I kept saying, stay the course. Did I get pushback? Absolutely. I questioned myself sometimes. I wondered if I was hurting the trust from the viewers of this podcast by telling people to continue to be patient. But I trusted the resume. I trusted what he's done everywhere he's been. And then Daniel Popper, a respected Chargers beat writer for The Athletic, came out and essentially confirmed what many of us already believe. He spoke about what he thinks of Harbaugh after these last 3 weeks. Listen to this.
So the Chargers get to 10 wins. I predicted 9-8 to start the season, and I was wrong. And here's the lesson I've learned. I will never doubt Jim Harbaugh again, ever. The guy is just a fantastic freaking football coach. He is a damn good ball coach. What he does at the highest level. He is a master motivator. He is a master of building culture, building belief, and he does it maybe better than anybody in football. And the fact that this team has not unraveled, okay? They have continued to pull out games despite all of the faults, despite all of the issues, all of the injuries. They've just continued to win.
Now, I'm not a beat reporter. I'm not in the locker room. But hearing that from someone of his stature was confirmation that standing firm was the right move. Daniel Popper is a staff writer for The Athletic, covering the Los Angeles Chargers. He previously covered the Jacksonville Jaguars for The Athletic after following the New York Jets for the New York Daily News. He spent 3 years there writing, reporting, and podcasting about local sports. This man has a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience, and you should follow him on X or by subscribing to The Athletic or Substack. So shout out to Daniel Popper and give Jim Harbaugh credit, because what he's done here, it didn't take long. He appears to be a master motivator. He builds relationships. He manufactures game plans with limited personnel. And the Spanos family absolutely hit a home run moving on from Brandon Staley. This team has responded. Justin Herbert, he embodies everything Harbaugh stands for. Tough, selfless, a leader. Every player in that building will run through a wall for him. Now, before I wrap this up, I need to give some love to our kicker, Cameron Dicker. I haven't mentioned him enough, but he's been one of the biggest reasons for the Chargers' success. Game winners, right? Clutch kicks. He is the most accurate kicker in NFL history with a minimum of 100 attempts. That matters. And finally, the defense under Jesse Minter. Over the last 3 weeks, they've been dominant. Second in total yards allowed. Fifth in passing yards allowed. 10 interceptions in the last 5 games. Tuli Tuipulotu, Khalil Mack, Odafio Wade, all stepping up. This is a connected, unselfish unit peaking at the right time. And I'll leave you with this. I know we all want everything right now. Instant results, instant success, no patience. But winning, real winning, it takes time. And what you're seeing right now with the Chargers is the result of belief, buy-in, and trust in the process. This team has been counted out, disrespected, and overlooked, and they keep answering the bell. So to everyone who's been rocking with me, even when we didn't agree, thank you. To the ones that's been here, the new subscribers, and everyone in between, thank you. This is Stacy. This is Chargers Talk 4630. We're going to keep telling it like it is. We're going to keep giving credit where it's due. And we're going to always enjoy this ride together. So until next time, I'll see y'all in a couple of days, and we can get into it about the preview of the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers as the Chargers look to continue their winning ways. Bolt up, everybody. Enjoy your Tuesday. Have a great day.
4630 in the building, Chargers fan represent.
Chargers talk 4630, yeah, we break it down plain. Real fans, real talk, everything in between from the